Real Madrid expected bright headlines when Endrick arrived, a teenage prodigy whose name alone promised future trophies and a new era of sensation. Instead, what unfolded in these opening months feels more like a trial than a triumph. Endrick's technical gifts are obvious. The touch, the directness, the attacking instincts. But football is unforgiving when those gifts are interrupted. Injuries and fragmented playing time have drained the rhythm any forward needs to build confidence. And when minutes come in fits and starts, it becomes nearly impossible to string performances together. As a club that measures everything in results and readiness, that vulnerability is dangerous. Add the ticking clock of the 2026 World Cup, and you get pressure that's no longer hypothetical. Minutes now do more than affect a single match. They shape international futures. While Endrick has been searching for continuity, an entirely different narrative began unfolding from within Madrid's academy. Gonzalo Garcia, a product of the youth system who until recently lived mostly in the background, has surged forward with a string of composed, efficient displays that leave little room for debate. He doesn't flash the same headline-grabbing hype as his Brazilian counterpart. But his consistency and attitude have given Xabi Alonso a dependable option. Someone who shows up every week and fits the manager's tactical demands. In a team that prizes structure and form, that steadiness translates into starts and starts translate into momentum. That momentum is the cruel pivot of this story. Football doesn't reward potential alone, it rewards performance, and Gonzalo has been delivering. The image of a Bernabéu buzzing for a player who came through the cantera while another high-profile talent sits searching for minutes is a narrative with real punch. It forces the club to ask what matters most in this season. Do you shield a superstar project and accept short-term volatility? Or do you lean into the player who is offering consistent returns now? Madrid's hierarchy and coaching staff are painfully aware this is not only about domestic form, but international projection. For Endrick to keep a place in the Brazil conversation, he needs minutes and sharpness. Without them, calls for a loan in January. A controlled environment where he can recover rhythm and confidence will grow louder. A loan could be framed as preservation, not punishment. A place to rebuild physical fitness. Refined scoring touch and return battle-ready to a Bernabéu that expects winners. Yet loans carry risk too. If Endrick leaves and Gonzalo cements a role, the Brazilian could return to a different reality where the pathway to regular starts is narrower. The human side of this duel matters as much as the tactical. Endrick is still young, and the mental toll of repeated setbacks under a global spotlight can be corrosive. Confidence is fragile. A stretch of benching and limited minutes chips away at belief. Conversely, Gonzalo's rise is fuel for the squad, and an example that Madrid's academy still produces talent capable of stepping up when called. That dynamic reshapes dressing room talk, fan expectations, and transfer debates. For Xabi Alonso, the decision feels almost binary. Choose patience for promise, or back the player, giving you immediate stability. Fans want to see Madrid win. And in a sport where margins matter. Or he can find a detour that preserves his potential. For Gonzalo Garcia, the moment is now, converted into legacy, and he becomes more than a stopgap. He becomes a symbol of Madrid's continual renewal. Either way, the Bernabéu is watching, Brazil is watching, and the remainder of this season could determine which narrative prevails. Managers often side with form, but Madrid is also a club that builds dynasties, and dynasties are born when clubs invest patient work into elite talent. The coming weeks will be defining, whether through a run of games for Endrick to reclaim rhythm, a tactical tweak to better accommodate both attackers, or a temporary loan designed to accelerate recovery. The club's choice will reveal its short-term hunger versus long-term vision. Whatever happens, this tussle is more than a selection headache. It's a microcosm of modern football's tension between hype and hard work, between instant returns and patient cultivation. For Endrick, the story is still being written. He can overcome injuries and silence doubts.